3 parcels of land on Aurora Street in the heart of Orange Walk Town were donated to the government of Belize by Orange Wakenyo and benefactor Angel Castillo back in the 70s. Since 1986, on 2/3 of the open space sat the East Sports Center. It was managed by the East Development Committee, which included the then Orange Walk East Area Representative Elodie Aragon Sr. But when Aragon lost his seat in 1998, the upkeep of the center came to a halt. It was not until 12 years after that another committee with the assistance of the BNE Trust, the sports center was rehabilitated.
I had the East Development Committee, and we were the ones who, after I won in 1984, 2 years down the road, we decided that we were going to build what we called the East Sports Center. We applied for those 2 lots. We got it and we fenced it, and we organized the community and everything. We spent over $100,000 to build the East Sports Center.
Well, 3 years ago, I saw that this complex had been abandoned for maybe like 12 years, totally abandoned. Grass was, you couldn't see the cement. Grass was all over the cement. Imagine 12 years of abandonment. No toilets, the concession stand had no windows, no doors, the ticket booth was gone, everything, the backboards disappeared, even the lampposts with the lights and the wires. So it was totally abandoned, and I decided that I wanted to do something about it. The first person I approached was the Honorable Elodie Aragon Sr., who was the past area rep, who actually was the man who started this part of the complex. But the complex is composed of 2 pieces of land, 2 parcels of land. One that started in the 80s and one that was donated by Mr. Angel Castillo, I guess in the 70s. The committee applied under my encouragement to the BNE Trust to get a grant.
But phase 2 of the works on the center included an expansion into the 3rd parcel, which since 2011 became privately owned by Elodie Aragon Sr.
The land in question was this one, because there are some people who have been trying to confuse the issue and saying that I have ownership, or I am taking ownership of the other 2 lots, which is rightly the East Sports Center. And so today we had to clear it up that I have nothing to do with the East Sports Center. That has been turned to government so long back. And I applied for this piece of land, which I got.
According to Aragon Sr., his son Adin, in whose name the title of the land is assigned, wanted to invest thousands of dollars in a free parking lot to address congestion when events are being held at the sports center and the next door nightclub owned by Aragon.
My son and I were going to develop it as a free parking lot for people who go to the sporting events at the sports center and for patrons of the High Five, because this street, every Saturday or every time there is an event, it is so crowded, vehicles get jammed, they can't pass, and sometimes there are even fights with the drivers. So to avoid that problem, we said, let us use this. That's the reason I applied for it. Let us use this for a free parking lot. My son was prepared to invest the money to do that, but when all of this problem came up, he said, Dad, I had to get something, I will spend money on it. But if that is the case, then just give it back. I save me money. And that is what has happened.
How much was it given to you guys for?
It was like, I believe, I'm not so sure, but it was like $900 and odd, close to $1,000.
So giving it back to the government, what is it that you receive in return for it?
Well, just the satisfaction to know that we wanted to do something good. It was stopped. We dropped it. And then my son said, Dad, and I don't want no compensation, because when you go ask for compensation, if you get $10,000, the public cries out, you get $100,000 or $200,000. So to avoid anything else, he said, I don't want no compensation. I don't want nothing in return. We just give it back.
While the land has reverted to the Ministry of Natural Resources, what happens thereafter is up to the Lands Department. But the Aragon family is asking that the management of the plot of land, as well as the East Sports Center, be managed by the National Sports Council in Orange Walk. But it is not sitting well with the Town Council and Mayor Kevin Bernard. Bernard says the land, as well as the Sports Center, should be managed by the Town Council.
This property was given on behalf of the people of Orange Walk to be used solely as a park. This is in combination with the East Sports Center parcel, and I believe it should be returned to the people of Orange Walk to be used solely as a park. We don't want these properties to be controlled by any Ministry of National Sports Council or Ministry of Sports, because we will have the same problem that we are having right now, having functions at the People's Stadium, where our councillor has reported to us that every time he has a basketball tournament and every night he has to be paying $75. I mean, that's crazy.
Dwayne Moody